Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming tonight. Welcome to our presentation. I'm Chiaki. These are my co-presenter, Aya and Eriko.
As you know, opera is very famous all over the world. Unfortunately, Japanese theater is not famous even if it has very long history. Today, we will introduce 3 big theaters in Japan. First, Aya will talk about rich history of Noh theater. Then, I will talk about Kabuki sport traditional Japanese theater. Finally, Chiaki will talk about Takarazuka Revue, dazzling musical theater. Let's listen to Aya, Noh theater. It's showtime!
Thank you, Eriko. Good evening, everyone. I'm Aya. Today, I'd like to talk about rich history of Noh theater. Have you ever heard of Noh? Maybe you are aware that Noh is one of the famous Japanese theater and it's old. It's true, but Noh has more interesting story and background which has deep connection to Japanese history. I wish I could explain more about Noh, but unfortunately, we don't have enough time today. So I'd like to talk about 3 topics: what Noh is, Noh Masks, and Noh history. Let's begin with what Noh is. Noh is the oldest mask genre in the world. Almost all of the stories are tragedy, which is based on Japanese history. It is great comparison to Shakespeare. Noh is created by masks, chorus, dance, and music instrument. Chorus parts sing a song, but they don't have perfect pitch, and the tuning is decided by themselves. Actors dance, but the movement is not active. They are sliding feet and going around. This is called mai. They have only 4 music instruments: fue, kotsuzumi, otsuzumi, and taiko. Now, let's watch the video of Noh theater. As you may see, this is not Western style. And this is very old-fashioned. Also, this is not very simple theater, unlike newer gorgeous theaters. Do you think it is boring because they don't have gorgeous stuff? I thought so. But there are good reasons why Noh is very simple. They want to show to audience mysterious beauty and profundity. They want audience to think about it by themselves. Next, I'm going to talk about Noh Masks. But before that, I must caution you, because these are kind of scary masks, so if you have children, please be careful. So let's begin. Maybe the strongest impression of Noh is mask, right? Actually, the person who wears the mask must be the main character, and other characters don't wear the mask. The main character is not human, such as ghost, devil, and ogre. The reason of why only the main character can wear the mask is to compare the world after death and the human world. Noh has 250 kinds of masks. The basic type is 60 kinds out of 250. I can't explain them all, so I'm going to talk about 4 common masks. First, this is Okina. Okina is old man with big eyebrow and mustache. This is the first mask that people made for Noh. People made this mask to pray for saving people from disease. So this mask is symbol of happiness. Next, this is otoko. Otoko means man, so this mask is for war story. This one is onna. This onna means women, so this mask is for very elegant stories. Finally, this is the most horrible mask called onryo. Onryo is a kind of ghost whose spirit has strongly regret its past life. So this mask is for both men and women. Can you understand Noh? So next, I'd like to talk about Noh history. Each country has been influencing each other for a long time. Of course, Noh is Japanese theater, but surprisingly, the origin of Noh is based on Western performing arts. It passed through the Silk Road and came to China. After that, Noh introduced to Japan. It was almost 1400 years ago. Can you believe it? But actually, this is not today's Noh style. So maybe your question is how Noh was created by different style. It dates back to Muromachi period. This is Kannami and Zeami. They were parent and son, and this family made big changes of Noh. At this time, Noh song was very short, like poem, so people couldn't enjoy the composition in Noh. So Father Kannami started the long song, including the composition. After that, Kannami's son Zeami made a style which is ghost appeared on the stage and they tell the story. This style continues today. They made the base of today's Noh style. In Sengoku period, war happened very often in Japan. Generals really loved Noh, so they wanted to protect Noh. But they didn't have enough money to protect it. So they think about how to make money using Noh. Their answer was, Noh should have been more gorgeous, because if Noh were more gorgeous, more people come see Noh. So they made Noh music. This is the origin of Noh music. If Japan didn't have Sengoku period, we might not have Noh music today. In 2009, this Noh style was admitted by many people around the world, and Noh became one of the intangible world heritage. Overall, you may understand Noh is very interesting, and the background is connecting Japanese history very well. In order to enjoy and understand Noh, this information, what Noh is, Noh masks, and Noh history must be needed. If you have an interest in Noh, please come to Japan. Thank you for listening. Next, Eriko will talk about Kabuki.
Thank you, Aya. That was amazing. Good evening, everyone. My name is Eriko. Aya has taught you the Noh theater. Now, I'm going to introduce one more traditional Japanese theater, Kabuki. Let me ask one question before my presentation. What do you think about traditional Japanese theaters? You may think they are just old-fashioned. However, one of them, Kabuki, is not only old-fashioned. I hope you will get new knowledge from my presentation. I will talk about 3 topics regarding Kabuki. First, what Kabuki is. Then, origin of Kabuki. Finally, modern Kabuki. Let's begin with what Kabuki is. Kabuki is a traditional Japanese theater that includes music, dance, and drama. Kabuki visually amuses audience with gaudy and rough stage effects. Kabuki plays are all Japanese historical events. The actors wear the traditional Japanese clothes, kimono, as their costumes. Remarkably, Kabuki is played only by men, so men act both male and female roles. Look at female role picture. He looks like a woman, don't you think? Kabuki doesn't use masks, but Kabuki has special stage makeup. The name is Kumadori. This is symbol of Kabuki. This makeup gives a strong impression because it's unique to Kabuki. Kumadori express face muscles and blood vessels for overstatement. The actors draw the line by using their fingers. Kumadori has meanings for each makeup style. For example, thick, clear red lines are used for hero of strong justice. Red and blue are used for handsome man. Black and navy are used for role of villains. Let's move on to the origin of Kabuki. I told you, now Kabuki is played only by men. However, Kabuki was started by a woman. In 1603, the origin of Kabuki began by a woman whose name is Okini. Okini performed an unusual dance called Kabuki Odori. This style immediately became popular, and many women troupes started to perform Kabuki Odori. Moreover, teenage boys started it. Women Kabuki and teenage boys Kabuki were very popular, but they were prohibited. And I'll tell you the reason why. In those days, in Japan, there were men who carried a sword. They were called samurai. Some of them loved women Kabuki and teenage boys Kabuki. So they often went to go to see Kabuki. Women Kabuki and teenage boys Kabuki's performance were very beautiful. Samurais became addicted to them. And sometimes they fought over them. The Japanese governor thought they were corrupting public morals, so they were prohibited. After this prohibition was issued, Kabuki started to performed by only adult males. Finally, I'm going to introduce modern Kabuki. Kabuki is still popular, but the actors want to be even more popular, so they made modern style of Kabuki. The Kabuki's actor Ennosuke Ichikawa III created Super Kabuki. He used newest technique of stage art, costumes, sound effects, and lighting. This style Kabuki was accepted by people who were different from previous Kabuki fans. Recently, new Super Kabuki work was created. One of the most popular comics, One Piece, became Kabuki. Kabuki is being enjoyed by a wider range of audiences than never before. To sum up, the unique theater that Okina created inherited traditions and keep amusing audiences. Moreover, new Kabuki works were created depending on time. Kabuki is not only traditional, but also unique and flexible theater. Thank you for listening. Now, Chiaki will talk about Takarazuka Review.
Thank you, Eriko. It was wonderful. Hello, everyone. I'm Chiaki. Do you like musical? Today, I'd like to talk about Takarazuka Review. It is a symbol of Japanese musical theater. Surprisingly, the cast are all women, so they play both male and female roles. Can you imagine this fascinating world? Please enjoy my presentation. There are three main points that people admire about this theater: traditional style, wonderful drama, and gorgeous performance. Let's start with traditional style. For over a century, Takarazuka Review has amused people because the theater has respected the tradition. First of all, I'd like to talk about the interesting origin of the theater. Originally, the founder Ichizo Kobayashi created Takarazuka New Spur because he had established the Hankyu Railway and wanted to increase the passenger. But the plan didn't go well, so he thought of using the location to provide entertainment. It was the beginning of Takarazuka Review. Next, I'd like to introduce the troops. To perform at a delicate theater all the time, the cast are divided into 5 troops: flower, moon, snow, star, and cosmos. In addition, there is a senka. Senka doesn't belong to the troops. They are specialists who appeared into any troops production. Moving on, Takarazuka Music School. The theater has a music school. All of the cast have to graduate from this school. The entrance examination is famous for difficulty. 50 to 80 years old girls can take the examination. Every year, 1,000 girls take the examination, and only 40 girls enter the school. Can you believe it? The school motto is modesty, honesty, and beauty. It is also theater's motto. It came from the teaching of Ichizo Kobayashi. Let's move on to wonderful dramas. Takarazuka Review is particular about the drama. The theater has many kinds of programs. They are based on holy musical, famous novel, comics, games, and Japanese classical literature. The Rose of Versailles is the most famous program. It is based on a Japanese girls' comic. They have staged it again and again since the first performance in 1974. The number of performers is over 1,500 times, and the attendance is 5 million. Don't you think it is fabulous? Moving on, Takarazuka Review Orchestra. The theater has an exclusive orchestra, so you can enjoy presence of performers while watching the drama. It is the oldest orchestra in Japan. Unlike the theater, men can join the orchestra. Next, I'd like to introduce gorgeous performance. After every acting programs, there is always a show consisting of dancing, singing, and wonderful music. No Takarazuka Review is complete without the show. During a show, the audience is attracted by the perfect performance. The chorus dancing is one of the highlights of the show. The dancers are all new stars. Many people are impressed with the unity of performance. The group dancing is admirable. It is performed as male roles. Black tails are a symbol of male roles, so the performance with black tail is far more popular than the other performance. Speaking of Takarazuka Revue, the gorgeous costumes are byword for the theater. Especially the parade wings are famous for their costume in the finale of the show. Only top star can shoulder the wings. The weight is about 44 pounds. A top star said, weight of wings is same as weight of responsibility. Shan is also used for the finale of the show. It is a bouquet type of props. All of the cast hold it, and they must not show the back of Shan to the audience. Finally, I'd like to talk about Grand Staircase. It is a symbol of Takarazuka Revue and decorated with illumination. It has 26 steps, and the dimension is only 9 inches. All of the cast step down it at the finale of the show. They have to perform without looking down, so they have to master the sense of distance. In conclusion, Takarazuka Revue is appreciated for traditional style, wonderful dramas, and gorgeous performance. If you go there, you can experience this amazing world. Thank you for listening.
Today, I talked about Noh, Eriko talked about Kabuki, Chiaki talked about Takarazuka Revue. In this way, Japan has many kinds of theater, and it is not only old-fashioned. If you have an interest in theaters, it's our pleasure. Thank you for listening.